Welcome back to Spooge MMA with your host Spooge, and in today's video we're going to be predicting UFC Fight Night Allen versus Curtis, the rematch, and we're going to get into the main event. But first, let's get the predicting off with the very first fights on the card, and starting with the first fight on the card, WMMA, basically same fucking thing, but Melissa Dixon versus Nora Cannoli. WMMA to start out the evening this Saturday. Melissa Dixon's coming off a nice decision win versus Irina Alexieva. It was a nice win, nice performance, got 8 minutes control time, but she did get dropped with a nice right hand by Irina. It was a nice fucking shot, clean, straight right hand that dropped her. And Nora Cannoli's coming off a nice decision win of her own in UFC Paris versus Jocelyn Edwards. You know, she attacked the body, attacked the leg, and attacked the head of Jocelyn Edwards. And Nora Cannoli, I know she'll have, the power advantage in this bout over Melissa Dixon. Melissa Dixon's going to be looking to change levels, get takedowns over Nora Cannoli. And Nora Cannoli, she's going to have the power advantage. She's going to land some nice hard shots. But Melissa Dixon's going to be clinching up, not going to let Nora tee off on her chin, tee off on her face, and I can see Nora Cannoli getting a nice decision win by outstriking Melissa Dixon for 3 rounds. And let's fucking go, Nora Cannoli get a nice decision win, outstrike her, outdamage her, and get a nice decision win. Let's go, Nora Cannoli. Next bout, Dylan Budka versus Cesar Almeida. And it's going to be a real fucking scrap right here. Dylan Budka, he likes to change levels, likes to take down his opponents, and I feel like he's going to be looking to do that versus Cesar Almeida. But listen, Cesar Almeida, he's a nice glory kickboxer, nice hard right hand that he can KO you with. And listen, Cesar Almeida on the Dana White Contender Series, he fought a solid grappler in Lucas Fernando. Lucas took him down 3 times out of 10 attempts, got 5 minutes control time. But the thing that Cesar Almeida did that was really good was that he was down to reverse positions, bro. He was down to grapple too. He got 5 minutes control time of his own. And listen, I think in this bout between him and Dylan Budka, I think he's going to have some nice grappling instances of his own, or even not even going to need to grapple with Dylan Budka. He's going to land a nice hard right hand on Dylan Budka that's going to make Dylan Budka, desperately shoot for a single, desperately shoot for a double. And I see Cesar Almeida, sprawling out of the double leg, nice takedown defense, stuffing the double leg, and resorting to on top, ground and pounding his fucking head in the canvas. So I'm going Cesar Almeida get a nice TKO win over Dylan Budka, bro. This dude has a nice right hand, and Dylan Budka, bro, I think he's going to have nothing really much else to do other than the grappling. And I think Cesar Almeida is going to get out of the grappling too. Like I said, versus Lucas Fernando on the Dana White Contender Series. He has some good grappling instances in that fight, bro. 5 minutes of control time. He was down to reverse positions and got a nice decision win over Lucas Fernando. So let's go, my dog Cesar Almeida, get a nice TKO win over Dylan Budka. Let's fucking go, my Brazilian brother. And listen, dude, Cesar Almeida, like I said, glory kickboxer, dude. He's here for a good time, not a long time. He's 4-0. 35, 36. He needs to hurry up and go up the rankings, get a nice TKO finish over Dylan Budka, bro. Let's fucking go, Cesar Almeida. Next bout, Dan Arguleta versus Gene Matsumoto. And this is going to be a nice decision win for Dan Arguleta. He's going to get a nice decision win by out-wrestling Gene Matsumoto for 3 rounds. Listen, Gene, he does have some nice wrestling of his own, nice submission game of his own. On the Dana White Contender Series, he did show out some nice combinations, some nice stand-up over Casey Tenner. Yeah, Casey Tenner showed some nice combinations over Casey Tenner. But once you start watching the fight, going through the fight more and more, you just realize that Casey Tenner had no head movement whatsoever. And Dan Arguleta, he has some nice wrestling, really good wrestling. When he fought Nick Aguirre, he was 4 for 6 on the takedowns. They got 10 minutes control time in a 15-minute fight. That's fucking mad. That's fucking insane, dude. And I think, I don't think he'll get, 10 minutes control time over Gene Matsumoto, but I'm pretty sure he'll out-wrestle Gene Matsumoto, take him down extremely high number of times in this 3-round fight, and I think he's going to get a nice decision win over Gene Matsumoto. You know what? I don't think he will. Next bout, WMMA, Pierre Rodriguez versus Cynthia Calvillo. And I didn't even know Cynthia Calvillo was even in the UFC anymore, bro. Holy fucking shit. And dude, she's on a 5-fight skid. 5-fight losing streak. That's fucking sad. But this fight versus her and Pierre, Listen, Pierre's going to have the power advantage, going to have the stand-up advantage, and I can see this bout kind of being like how Jessica Andrade fought Cynthia Calvillo. Jessica Andrade just kept putting on her in that first round. Her strikes kept landing, her stripes kept connecting, and eventually, the ref has seen enough, and the ref stepped in. And that's what Pierre Rodriguez is going to need to do. Just put it on Cynthia Calvillo, bro. Just put it on her, bro. Cynthia Calvillo, she's not going to shoot takedowns because that's what she needed to do versus Jessica Andrade. She wasn't able to do that. She wasn't successful. And Pierre Rodriguez is going to beat her up for fucking the first round. And I believe Pierre is going to get a nice TKO finish that first round over Cynthia Calvillo and put Cynthia Calvillo away. Put her in the shadow realm, bury her in her coffin, put the nails in the coffin, and send her away out the UFC, bro. So let's go Pierre Rodriguez for the nice TKO win over Cynthia Calvillo. You're on a 5-fight skid, Skank. Let's fucking go Pierre Rodriguez for the nice TKO win. It's going to be a sick fight, dude. I do think it's going to get a nice, clean finish. It's going to be just the Andrade fight. Just like the Andrade fight when Andrade fought Cynthia Calvillo. Just put it on her from start to finish. So let's go Pierre Rodriguez. Especially Pierre coming off a submission loss to Gillian Robertson. Pierre's going to want to get back in the win column. Especially, Cynthia Calvillo. She's not really much of a submission threat like what Gillian Robertson is. So I could just see Pierre Rodriguez, going from pressing the gas pedal from first round to however long this fight goes. She's going to be putting on Cynthia Calvillo. Going to get a nice TKO finish over her and put her in the fucking shadow realm. Let's fucking go Pierre Rodriguez for the nice TKO win. Next fight, Pedro Falcao versus Victor Hugo. And I'm going Victor Hugo to win via submission, bro. He's going to get a nice heel hook submission or a nice armbar submission win over Pedro Falcao. Listen, Pedro's looking in to step into this fight on 3 days' notice. It's going to be tough for him. He's going to be a sacrificable lamb in this fight. And listen, bro, these dudes who take these short notice fights, there is a high reward, but there is, a low risk, but there's also a high risk. You could either lose your undefeated record, or you could take it as a fact where like, oh, I'm stepping in this fight short notice. If I lose, it's not my fault. At least I didn't train as much as I needed to this fight. But this fight, it's going to be a tough fucking battle, especially if he gets taken down with a nice submission grappler and Victor Hugo of his 10 submission wins. He loves his heel hook. He loves his arm triangle. And Pedro, Falcao, he is a scrapper, bro. I do watch some fight film. He did get some takedowns of his own. But you're looking to go on the ground with a submission specialist and Victor Hugo, you're going to have trouble. So I could just see, Pedro is making a mistake on the ground. Victor Hugo latching up a heel hook, lynching up a fucking arm triangle, and fucking submitting Pedro Falcao. So let's go, my dog, Victor Hugo, for the nice submission win. Let's fucking go, G. Let's fucking go. Pedro, sacrificable lamb. And dude, if he does get a win, salute to fucking him, bro. Salute to fucking him. But I'm going Victor Hugo to get a nice submission win, to open his UFC career up, open the UFC door of his career. Open the UFC career. Well, who cares? Next bout, WMMA, Norma Dumont versus Germaine de Randamie. And Germaine de Randamie, Jesus fucking Christ, 4-year layoff. 4-year layoff, dude. The fuck you doing playing carpet munchers with your girlfriend, you fucking skank? The fuck? But yeah, I see Norma Dumont winning this fight via decision. Listen, she's on a 3-fight win streak. This is actually going to be her first fight at bantamweight since 2020, and I think she's going to be looking to set, her bantamweight presence in with a nice decision win over Germaine de Randamie. I just don't see Germaine de Randamie winning, especially a 4-year layoff in MMA. It's going to be fucking tough. I get she's probably training on the side, training, with other women, and they're, doing sparring with other women, of course, but, ring rust is a real thing in my opinion. It's a fucking real thing, and I think she's going to have trouble, getting acclimated with the octagon, getting acclimated with the fight schedule, and I believe Norma Dumont's going to put it on her from start to finish, bro, and get a nice decision win. Get a nice decision win, bro. She has good striking, good volume. The power of her striking, adds on as the fight goes. So I could just see Norma Dumont getting a nice decision win over Germaine de Randamie. And let's fucking go. Let's go. And let's fucking go, Norma Dumont. Let's fucking go. And plus, if Germaine does take down Norma Dumont, I have totally, faith in Norma to, reverse positions that benefit her and get the fuck back up and continue your onslaught place on the stand-up. So let's go Norma Dumont to get a nice decision win over Germaine de Randamie. Let's fucking go Norma Dumont. Next bout, Court McGee versus the Great White Alex Morono. And I'm going the Great White Alex Morono to get a nice KO finish over Court McGee. Listen, Court McGee, his last 2 bouts, he's coming off a awful, tough, bad KO loss to Matt Brown. Matt Brown just totally right hand just fucking put him out cold. And then before that was a tough, bad KO loss from Jeremiah Wells. Clean, straight left hand, put Court McGee out cold. And Court McGee, listen, he has a glass chin. He has a glass chin now in this case of his career. He's coming off 2 bad KO losses. And Alex Morono, listen, he doesn't have the power to fucking sleep you with one punch. I get it. But, dude, if he can look to connect a solid 1-2 that lands flush on Court McGee's chin, he's going to put bro out, bro. He's going to put Court McGee out. And I'm going Alex Morono to get a nice KO win, bro. Let's fucking go. Alex Morono, get the fucking job done. Just land something flush on Court McGee, and you're going to put him out cold. So let's go the great white Alex Morono to get a nice KO finish. And I know it's going to be a nice old man scrap, but still, I could just see Alex Morono just landing something really fucking flush to hurt McGee and add some nice ground and pound on him when he jumps on top, or just fucking put him out cold with some nice fucking straight 1-2 shots that just put McGee out cold. So I'm going my dog, Court. No. I'm going my dog, the great white, I'm going my dog, the great white Alex Morono. Let's fucking go. Next bout, the first fight on the main card, Trevor Peek versus Charlie Campbell. And this is going to be a fucking banger to open up the main card. And the sick thing about this fight is that both fighters actually improved in their MMA game. Trevor Peek, following the Chepe Mariscal loss where he got taken down, repeatedly for 3 rounds, Trevor Peek, his last bout out versus Muhammad Yahya, actually added some takedowns, added some wrestling to his game, got 4 takedowns out of 7 attempts and got 5 minutes control time over Muhammad Yahya, eventually beating him via decision. And Charlie Campbell, following his loss to Chris Duncan, easily winning that fight until he kind of laid off the gas pedal. Chris Duncan, rocks him with a nice 1-2 or nice right hand that puts him out, that fucking sleeps him. And Charlie Campbell comes back to get nice 2 TKO wins. Adding some more wrestling to his game plan, and some more wrestling so his opponents can think about his wrestling so other opponents can think about his wrestling like his striking, give him something else to think about. But this bout between Trevor Peek and Charlie Campbell, it is going to be a fucking scrap. I think both fighters, early on will look to take each other down. But I think, soon, they're going to look to hurt each other. And especially Trevor Peek, bro. Trevor Peek's unorthodox striking is definitely going to give Charlie Campbell something to think about. And I think he's going to fucking rock Charlie Campbell's shit just like Chris Duncan did, bro. Chris Duncan lands a clean right hand that just fools Charlie Campbell. When Charlie Campbell was easily winning that fight, put his leg off the gas pedal and gets fucking clipped and gets fucking dropped. And Chris Duncan gets a nice comeback TKO win. And this bout versus Trevor Peek, I can see him fucking beating him up on the stand-up. And I can also see, Charlie Campbell, wrestling Trevor Peek for 2 rounds. And then the 3rd round, Trevor Peek needs a finish. He needs to get on the gas pedal. And, Charlie Campbell kind of, coasting the 3rd round. Trevor Peek just put it on Charlie Campbell in that 3rd round. Putting it fucking on him and eventually clipping him with a right hand or a fucking nice fucking left hook that puts Charlie Campbell out cold. But I'm going my heroin hero, Trevor Peek, for the nice KO win. Let's fucking go, Trevor Peek. Heroin hero. Next bout, Valter Walker versus Lucas Brzezinski. And if you didn't know, Valter Walker is actually Johnny Walker's brother. So a little fun fact right there. But this bout, I'm going Valter Walker to win via TKO. I was thinking decision, but I was like, you know what? Fuck that, bro. Fuck that shit. Valter Walker's going to finish Lucas Brzezinski. Listen, Lucas Brzezinski's coming off a KO loss to Waldo Cortes Acosta. Waldo, nice fucking powerful right hand. He could throw a 97-mile-per-hour fastball at your fucking chin. And then before that loss to Waldo, he was coming off a decision loss to Carl Williams. Carl Williams, listen, took him down 8 times for 10 minutes fucking control time. That's fucking mad. And Valter Walker, he likes to take down his opponents, and I could totally see him taking down Lucas Brzezinski, adding some ground and pound, and putting Lucas Brzezinski out cold via ground and pound. Listen, Valter Walker, he has nice takedowns. He could fucking wrestle, and he has a gas tank. He has 4 decision wins as well. He's going to easily take down Lucas Brzezinski, look to mount up, and look to ground and pound Lucas Brzezinski and put him in the Shadow Realm and put him in BKFC. So let's go Valter Walker for the nice TKO win over Lucas Brzezinski. Plus, dude, fuck Lucas Brzezinski. Have you seen his Sherdog page? His Sherdog profile? Looks like he's modeling for some fucking cologne or some shit, bro. You're a fucking MMA fighter that sucks, by the way. You're an MMA fighter that sucks, dude. Coming off a KO loss to Waldo Cortes Acosta. And you're about to get finished again on Saturday. So let's go, Valter Walker. Next bout, Ignacio Bahamondes versus Christos Giagos. I'm going Ignacio to win via TKO. Listen, coming off a tough loss to Ludwig Klein. Listen, Ludwig Klein had a great game plan. Fucking, clinched up when Ignacio was trying to get inside. And in Ludwig Klein, he got inside. So Ignacio couldn't really extend his long striking, his long punches. But versus Christos Giagos, Ignacio's going to have a little bit of a better time because Christos Giagos, he's not really much of a, Ludwig Klein, he's a real class, really good MMA fighter. Christos Giagos, it's kind of a shit. 2011 is kind of fucking dog ass, you know what I'm saying? But listen, Ignacio Bahamondes, I could totally see him, nice front kicks early on to butter up the body of Christos Giagos. Listen, Christos Giagos, he's going to be looking to take down Ignacio with his height advantage and his long reach. He's going to be looking to put Ignacio on his back. But listen, I was thinking, I had a dream and shit. I was daydreaming about this shit. And I just saw Christos Giagos going in for a single leg. And Ignacio timing it up with a fucking front knee that puts Christos Giagos out cold. So I'm going Ignacio Bahamondes TKO win over Christos Giagos. Time up a single leg entry with a nice fucking knee up the fucking middle. Put Christos Giagos out. Send this dude to BKFC. Send this dude to fucking PFL. Send this dude to where the fuck shit MMA circuit organization there is. And let's go Ignacio Bahamondes. Next bout, Morgan Charrer versus Chepe Mariscal. This is going to be a real fucking scrap right here, bro. Real fucking scrap. Morgan Charrer is coming off a nice TKO win at UFC Paris over Zekeni. Fucking battered his fucking body in with a nice fucking beautiful body kicks. Legit just soccer kicked his fucking belly in with those fucking body kicks, bro. Really fucking clean. But Chepe Mariscal, coming off 2 great wins in the UFC. Firstly versus Trevor Peek. He basically, exposed Trevor Peek to having, no fucking ground game. But Trevor Peek eventually comes back and gets his own ground game. But then you have Chepe Mariscal then fight at Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins, really good leg kicks. And Chepe Mariscal was down to leg kick with him, was down to leg strike with him, and actually outlanded him on leg strikes. But, in that bout, Chepe Mariscal was going for a takedown. And unfortunately, dislocated Jack Jenkins' arm. And, we don't want to see a win like that, be an injury. But it is something that was caused by Chepe Mariscal. It's kind of what Conor McGregor did to Dustin Poirier when Conor McGregor, landed his body kick that landed off the guard of Poirier, ended up, dislocating his ankle, breaking his ankle. But it was something that, he caused that gave him a win. So you gotta give him a salute to that. But you don't want, fighters, breaking motherfuckers' arms and dislocating their arms on purpose. But it was just something that was, unfortunate and something that happened. In this bout from Morgan Charrer, I could low-key see in it being kind of like what him versus Paul Hughes was like. Paul Hughes used takedowns and control time. Got a nice decision win over Morgan Charrer. Then when Morgan Charrer fights Jordan Vazuchnich, Jordan, was in clinched position and clinched entries the whole time, but he was doing more with his clinched entries, landed some nice knees to the body, landed some nice breakaways, peppering the body and shots like that. While Morgan Charrer was kind of just trying to fight out of the clinched position, trying to stand up, while Jordan was kind of keeping him, in his control. And that's what Chepe needs to do in this fight versus Morgan. He needs to look to take him down. He needs to look to clinch up, land some nice knees to the body, and just needs to look to do more than Morgan Charrer. But it is going to be tough because Morgan Charrer, fucking killer, bro. He's a fucking killer. Those body kicks are fucking scary, bro. Those body kicks hit fucking hard. It's fucking hit different, dude. But I'm going Chepe Mariscal to win via decision just by taking down Morgan Charrer, clinching up with him, getting some nice clinch positions, nice control time. But he needs to add to the clinches, knees to the body, breakaway elbows, take him down. He needs to pepper the body, add some stats, add some striking to the game. You know, you can't just let Morgan Charrera just beat you up, you know, body kicking you for fucking 3 rounds or the first round. You know what I'm saying? You can't do what Zekeni did versus Morgan Charrera and just eat the body kicks, because it's gonna fucking hurt your liver, and eventually you're gonna fucking fall over and fold over and get TKO'd. But Chepe needs to be smart, initiate takedowns, initiate clinch positions, and do some shit with your fucking positions, bro. You need to fucking fight Morgan Charrera like it's your last, because it's gonna be a tough fucking performance, bro. A lot tougher than Jack Jenkins and a lot tougher than Trevor Peek, but it's gonna be a fucking scrap between these two fighters, and I'm going Chepe Mariscal for the decision win. Let's fucking go, Chepe. Next bout, the co-main event: Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. And you know, Alexander Hernandez, bro, he was always my guy, bro, always my G. You know, even if he lost or won, bro, always my G. But, you know, versus Damon Jackson, bro. Damon Jackson's going to be going forward fucking for all fucking 15 minutes, bro. He's going to be going forward, going to be pushing the pace. And Alexander Hernandez, bro, he is solid, is good, but he doesn't really have the one-shot power to sleep Damon Jackson, bro. Damon Jackson's going to keep going forward regardless. Going to be looking to clinch up, going to look to take down Alexander Hernandez. And I think he has the better grappling than Alexander Hernandez, and he's going to take down Hernandez. Going to look to, you know, get his body triangle wrapped around him and look for the rear naked choke over Alexander Hernandez. And I think he's going to submit Alexander Hernandez, you know, get a nice, you know, quick submission win over Alexander the Great. It is going to be, you know, nice, you know, tough first round for Damon, because, you know, Alexander Hernandez, that first round is pretty good. You know, has, you know, of course, the full gas in the tank. But when he gets to rounds 2, round 3, when Alexander starts to gas out, I think that's when Damon Jackson's going to find success. Going to find to take him down, slip in a rear naked choke, slip in an arm triangle, get a nice submission win over Alexander Hernandez. He just needs to take this fight to rounds 2, round 3, take Alexander to deep waters, because he kind of folds when he gets to deep waters, bro, especially against some solid fighters. And Damon Jackson, you know, we do make fun of him, you know, shit hairline and shit like that, but he is a good grappler, bro. He is fucking good on the grappling. 15 submission wins, and I think he's going to add another submission win over Alexander Hernandez. So let's go, my dog, Damon Jackson. Let's go, G. Next bout, the main event: Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis. And I'm going Chris Curtis to win via TKO. Listen, Chris Curtis, he's good stuffing takedowns, bro. Like when he fought Rodolfo Vieira, who's nicknamed the Black Belt Snatcher, he stuffed all his takedown attempts. Rodolfo was 0 for 20 on takedown attempts, and then he fights Jack Hermanson. I know he lost to Jack Hermanson, but Jack Hermanson, you know, didn't get a takedown on Chris Curtis. You know, he stuffs takedown attempts in. Brendan Allen, you know, he doesn't really have that crazy stand-up, that, you know, the crazy jab, the crazy 1-2. He just, you know, takes you down. And listen, his last 2 bouts, you know, versus Paul Craig, in my opinion, like, Paul Craig, low-key sucks, low-key glass chin. I think he cuts a little bit too much weight, and he flip-flops weight divisions way too fucking much. Easily submits him. Then he fights a Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva can't grapple to save his fucking kids and gets fucking submitted. Bruno Silva has 7 submission losses, dude. He fucking sucks when it comes to the ground. And then Chris Curtis, dude, he has good stand-up, good takedown defense, and, you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to TKO Brendan Allen once again for the second time in their rematch, bro. Maybe I could see Allen getting 1 takedown in the first round. You know, Chris Curtis is kind of giving him the round, but when it comes to do rounds 2, rounds 3, rounds 4, rounds 5, Chris Curtis is coming to scrap, bro. He's coming to fucking scrap. He even said media weekend or media day that, you know, he doesn't enjoy fucking making love. He enjoys fighting. You know, that's fucking nice job for you, but, dude, I love fucking my Latinas, you know what I'm saying? But, dude, Chris Curtis, dude, he's going to have a nice performance versus Brendan Allen. He's going to look to TKO him for the second fucking time. And, you know, like, when your game plan is to take down Chris Curtis, it doesn't work, bro. Like, you need to match him and try to out-scrap him like Jack Hermanson did. You know, Jack Hermanson tried to take him down. And he was like, you know what, fuck this. I can't do this. Let me look to outstrike him. And look, he outstruck him and beat him via decision, bro. And Brendan Allen, that's going to need what he needs to do. But I just don't see it. You know, Allen needs to give Curtis something else to worry about. And, of course, you know, the grappling. But something else to worry about I'm attending here is a fucking stand-up. And maybe he added something on the stand-up, you know, that we haven't seen before, you know, in his fighting game plan, in his arsenal. But I could just see Chris Curtis TKOing him again outstriking him. Probably late round 3, round 4, TKO win for Chris Curtis. I'm fucking calling it, bro. Let's go, my dog, Chris Curtis, for the nice TKO win over Brendan Allen for the fucking second time, dude. I'm fucking calling it, guys. Let's fucking go, Chris Curtis. I'm totally down for this shit. The fucking man dance. I'm totally fucking down. Let's fucking go, Chris Curtis, G. I'm so excited for this fucking weekend, bro. It's gonna be a sick night of fights. It's gonna be a sick fucking fight night, and I'm fucking excited, bro. Let's fucking go. UFC Fight Night Allen versus Chris Curtis. In Spooge Army, I salute the troops, of course. And I do apologize for the recap video last fight night, It's a long Easter weekend, what I'm saying? Real long Easter weekend, what I'm saying? Holy shit, dude. I'm never drinking again. It was a sick night of fights last week. Hopefully they can, rematch the same energy and, have a lot of finishes, a lot of submission wins, a lot of controversies and shit like that. So let's go Allen versus Chris Curtis. And, Spooge Army, I salute the troops. I'll see you in the next one. Hoorah. Let's fucking go, G's.